across 52 regions across the United States.
Gotcha. And so, Chelsea, what about you?
I am a statistician for an automotive finance company, and I am in a really fortunate position in that I actually put my notice in to leave and told them I was moving out of state, and they wanted to keep me on, and they let me be their first remote employee. So I'm kind of spearheading remote and flexible work schedules for my company.
That's awesome. That was probably a really nice surprise for you when you were like, well.
Unbelievable.
She's like, well, that second income.
That's great. So you guys, I mean, tell me about your typical day, like a weekday. I know, you do really cool stuff in the evenings, but are you on from the 9 to 5 hours?
Yeah, so Chelsea, I'm on East Coast schedule, and because I'm the only remote employee, that has zero flexibility. So even when we were on the West Coast, I was waking up and getting online by 5 a.m. And yeah, so I'm following that 8:30 to 5 East Coast schedule.
So our typical day, it does depend on where we are in the country. When we're east, it really is like, we work from, around 8 to 5. And then either before work or after work, we're taking advantage of what's nearby. So if we're near a great hiking trail, we head off on a trail for the afternoon. We bring a kayak with us on the road, a 2-person kayak, inflatable. So we'll go kayaking if we're near water. We travel with both mountain bikes and road bikes. So we have all the toys to be able to go play. And we have a very energetic dog, Lucy, who's on the road with us. So our objective, after work is to get all her energy out and get all of our energy out. But sometimes that just looks like going to a brewery in the town we're in or close by. It's not always adventure. It's just taking advantage of where we are. And then we're on the West Coast. The great thing about waking up at 5 a.m. to work, it means we're done by 2. So we basically get half the day to explore. So when we're out west, we spend a lot more of our time going on long hikes and bike rides and exploring wherever we are. Generally, our locations are centered around the outdoor activities we're able to take advantage of, more so than being near cities or urban centers.
So have you guys always been into, like outdoor activities like mountain biking and hiking, or was that something that kind of evolved once you started traveling?
We've definitely been outdoors people, but like the mountain bikes we actually picked up on the road when we were in Jackson Hole. I think we were a bit more into road biking and then kind of just, translated into more. But we didn't hike as much as we do now, that's for sure. So it's evolved into much, pressing the limits much further than we ever had before.
It's how we've always preferred to spend our time. We've just never been in geographic locations where that's reasonable.
Right.
To be able to spend the time in the way that we are now. We live in Florida, we certainly weren't hiking,
Right.
every
right.
weekend. But now we can, start our week in Bend, Oregon, and then wake up on Friday morning and make the drive to San Francisco and have a whole new adventure in front of us at a moment's notice, which is typically what we do. I mean, we don't really plan in advance. That's kind of what our days look like. Our days, we don't really plan in advance. So we might wake up one morning and decide, we're kind of over where we are tonight after work. Let's just drive on to the next place and figure out where that is. And that's a lot of the fun is we just kind of take it as we're feeling at the time and stay in a place until we don't really want to be there anymore or just need to move on, and then we move on to the next. So a lot of flexibility in how we spend our days.
That's awesome. So how do you guys, well, first let me ask this question. I'll come back to this. So when you guys were in Florida, were you renting or did you own a home?
We were renting. The only place we were homeowners was in Philly, which was before Florida.
Okay.
But we were renting in Florida. The property tax was just really high down there, and we knew we just did not want to be there long term.
Yes. Yeah.
But we were renters. So when we hit the road, we hit the road with no mortgage, no rent, no debt, no payments. We hit the road with the Airstream being our entire and total home, and all of our belongings that were not in storage. Like we had some nice furniture we wanted to keep for the future, but everything was on the road with us. We didn't have any home base at all.
I love that. So did you go through the process that I hear a lot of people talk about, where you have to sell things, pare it down, and just get down to the essentials?
The purge?
Yeah, the great purge.
We did to a degree. Yeah, we had a great purge. We'll definitely get some good charitable giving credits on our tax returns this year. We really tried to take the opportunity to get rid of things we just didn't need. We didn't use. That said, we didn't enter this as a huge life change. Mm-hmm. So I know a lot of people, we say we sold our home, we sold our cars, we sold our lives, and now this is all we have. That wasn't really our mindset. We didn't quit our jobs. We didn't get rid of the things we enjoy the most, which are things like our bikes and our kayaks. And then our furniture was kept, and we just kept in a free storage place that we happen to have. So we didn't do what a lot of people do, which is flip their lives upside down to do this. We were just able to move our life from 900 square feet to 100 square feet and move our home from foundation to wheels. It really wasn't that dramatic of a change for us, to be totally honest, which I know for a lot of people it is much more dramatic. And we're lucky to be in the position we are that it didn't feel like that big of a shift.
So that's interesting.
Even at the time when we were living in a brick and mortar home, even in those days, we were still traveling every other weekend. We already had the reputation of being flight hoppers with great frequency. So we were never really good at sitting around.
So that is interesting, because that is something that's a little different than I've heard from a lot of people, where it's kind of like they had to, come into being minimalist. Whereas it seems like you guys, it really wasn't as big of a shift for you. So you're maybe already living that way. And I hear you. If you're traveling every other weekend, then you're kind of already, used to living kind of compactly, right?
Yeah, we know how to live in a carry-on bag really well. But it was kind of fun when we got on the road, we were, Instagram accounts, and, everyone had their tagline. And their Instagram account is like, we quit our jobs, we sold everything we owned, and now we're traveling full time. And what I think makes us different is we're trying to show people you don't actually have to do that. You don't have to leave your life behind. Just bring your life with you on the road. You don't have to give everything up to have a new experience. And again, that's a position of privilege that we have for our job. But I think it is distinctly different from most people that we meet.
So tell me about how you guys feel when you're traveling. What's the feeling that you have? And I know you guys were, nomadic before and kind of moved around and did a lot of international travel, but do you feel different now that you live out of your Airstream?
Yeah, I would say, there's kind of a quote that I have in my mind that says, you can't do the same thing every day, and I forget what the quote is, but, and call it a new day or something. I don't really know, but I would just say, I hate monotony, and, going and doing the same thing every day is absolutely mind-numbing to me. So the fact that we literally contained our day every single day has just been the most rewarding experience ever. And just kind of you're in control of your life, and what really, truly, whatever you want to do, you can do, which is absolutely insane. And I would say 99.99% of people never get to experience that feeling.
To be clear, what Chelsea's disdain for monotony, it goes to the extreme of she won't eat leftovers because she doesn't want to eat the same thing every day. It really is core to who she is. I know when we first started dating, she'd always say monotony is the bane of my existence, and it's true, and it's something that I don't mind. I don't mind doing this, having a routine as much as she does, but it's something we're both able to bring into our relationship and to our time on the road, is that we just have a real love and excitement for new experiences. And because of that being on the road is an exciting opportunity. But to be clear,